All right, welcome to day 6 of cognitive drawing. Okay, so now we are going to study some of the facial features. So similar to what we did yesterday with the different eyes, picking the eyes that you want to do cognitive drawing on, we pick a nose that we want to do cognitive drawing on. I guess I'll pick this one for today. We'll use my piece of paper to cover this all up. I know it's kind of angular. What I did here is I just added a little triangle to use as a guide for where to put the nose. And you can also see that same triangle here in all the noses. And it was just because I noticed that a lot of students were like starting the nose down here. So it's just hopefully it kind of helps you realize the placement of the nose compared to the eyes. And usually you have that little bridge thing, you know, right between the eyes. And so let's just kind of guess. I don't remember exactly what this nose is, but I thought it was very angular. So that's my guess. I'm flying through this one. Okay, you might not be able to go as fast as I am. Oh, it looks like the nose holes are a little more curved, so it's more like this. All right, more like that. Little lip line, and then this edge of the nose. What's that called? Edge of the nose. That works. And then as far as the tip of the nose, it's kind of like that kind of a shape. And then we kind of drew our bridge a little bit higher than what the bridge is here. And this is a very stylized nose. Anyway, something like that is kind of what we're looking at. Now let's see if I can do this from memory. Is that, you think I can do it from memory? We'll find out, won't we? Oh, and there's no triangle. Okay, well, I seem to remember this bridge being lower. There was this kind of curved nose hole. And then the tip of the nose. I feel like this is way off. You know what? I'm probably making the nose a little too high. It doesn't look like it's wide enough either. Oh, it's close. It's pretty good. So let's see, now that I don't have the triangle anymore, I'm going to just try to imitate that top nose again, which you can't see in the video. And I'm kind of going faster on this because something like a stylized nose is not something necessarily you need to memorize unless that's the style of nose you want your character to have. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is a style you're going for in a character, then by all means go for it. You know, and study the nuance of the style. But I really want to save the main brain power for me for all the exercises where we are studying the anatomy from a model, because that's tricky business when you're trying to do it from memory to look realistic. Seems like this needs to be a little wider. When you look at this one, it's a little wider than what I got. And you notice there's a sleep on it right here, meaning we'll do this one tomorrow. You know, it went straight down and then it's close. Well, it's pretty close. I think I'm getting the style down. It's definitely closer than this. This was a completely different style. All right, so this we will save for tomorrow, okay? So I'm gonna just move this off screen so that I can remember to do it tomorrow. Now, we're gonna focus on the mouth. Since this is all part of the same day, day 6. Let's see, which mouth do I wanna do? Kinda like this one, this is kinda neat. Okay. I don't want to see any of those mouths through that paper. Here, we'll do this. Oh, right here's a mistake. It said draw the nose from memory. I need to fix that. My book is at the press right now, so I can make a final change. Anyway, what were we drawing? Mouths. So it seemed to me like it was very kind of like this. Now see, it's not really fair because I'm drawing a style that I've kind of already drawn. You know, so you guys are in a disadvantage to me because I'm the one who drew those, even though it was probably 2 years ago that I drew those, maybe 3 years ago now that I drew those, so I don't really remember the nuance of them all, but still, it's just, you know, it's obviously going to be a little easier for me to do these. Interesting. So these lines here are not really present at all. Okay, so I'm going to draw this now from the reference. It's kind of the thickest right here on the edge. It has this nice little curve. And then it's kind of a big, pretty full top lip. I mean, well, not full. It's just a little thicker. And these lines is what indicates the shape of the lip. Interesting. And then this is... Well, look at that line down there. That's unexpected. I didn't think about that at all. There's a little bit of a curl up here on the edge. Kind of give it a smile. Okay, that's pretty good. I like that. Now, well, let's see, I can move this all down. Come on, camera, stay in place. Focus. Now let's see if I can remember that. There was kind of like a curve in the middle, and then these are thicker. They kind of curved up. Right? Is that right? I'm kind of forgetting already. And then there was this. There's another line under here. And this was really lighter, a lot lighter. And it's like it went. It was all defined by, I don't know what I'm doing. like that, and then I know this kind of just came down like that. That doesn't look right though. It's close. Let me zoom out and you can see the one I'm referencing. Okay, so I made this a little wider, and then these need to kind of just fill up the whole top. Okay, let's try that again from reference. So I went a little too wide on this inner part. Again, this is all kind of more studying style than it is anatomy and stuff like that. And cognitive drawing is great for trying to figure out style, like how people draw a unique style is really good for that. But this isn't as helpful for actually, learning to draw realistic lips. Like you should actually use a photograph or something from a photograph if you're really trying to get those lips realistic and not stylized a certain way. Obviously your style will shine through. I like doing these little lines like this, these little kind of Mobius style lines. The Mobius, the comic artist. That is so much bigger than this. Oh well. Okay, you get the point though. Let's do this last one now. From memory, if we can. I feel like I'm failing on these lips. Okay, so we have kind of come in. Doesn't go very far. So weird mouth. What in the world? Why is this mouth so weird? I don't think that's low enough. Is that right? Oh my goodness, that's not right. Nope. Oh, this shape here. I went way too wide. Feel free to fix these, you guys. After you do a version from memory, if you see something really obvious, feel free to fix it, because it's part of this. It does the same thing as drawing it from memory and then drawing it from reference. In fact, I was trying to figure out how to get into this book a stage where you actually drew it from memory and then you corrected it from the reference, like you actually erased it and corrected it, and then the next one you did from reference and then memory and whatever. It just was too hard to get it into the instructions in a clear, easy manner. So feel free to do that. Once you're done, doing it back and forth a couple times, you can tweak that. Tweak those little mistakes you made on the reference or on the memory one. Yeah, it's getting close though. It's definitely closer. It's an interesting style, though. I don't know where I basically copied this from something for this book, because these are all. I wanted to make sure it wasn't all just my style, so it's kind of hard to avoid that because I'm drawing it. Yeah. So anyway, again, save for later. We will do this tomorrow, and that concludes day 6. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoy this lesson, and we'll talk to you soon. See you tomorrow. Do you want to learn to draw the female figure quickly and from memory without going to an expensive art school? Hi, I'm artist Jason Brubaker, and Cognitive Drawing is a learn to draw workbook unlike anything you've ever seen. This workbook solved a difficult problem. How can artists learn to draw anything quickly without spending a fortune? I've spent 3 years developing this workbook to accomplish that goal, and I'm excited to finally share it with all of you. I grew up in a small town. I had no more than high school education, but I was determined to teach myself how to draw. Well, it worked. And at the age of 21, I was represented by a top storyboarding agency in Hollywood as their fastest artist. And I worked in Hollywood for the next 20 years on hundreds of projects with all the top studios, as well as my own comics and graphic novels. One of the questions I get asked over and over is, how did I get my artwork to this professional level without an expensive art education? Cognitive drawing, of course. Although I wasn't aware of it at the time, when I was a kid, I accidentally discovered this method that I would later learn is called the testing effect. Studies have shown that the testing effect is one of the most efficient ways your brain retains new long-term information, and this book was developed using these same scientific principles. Cognitive drawing has had over 1,000 beta testers, which have included homeschoolers, charter schools, high schools, and people who just wanted to expand on their college educations. Of those testers, 90% saw an immediate improvement in their drawing and retained what they learned. Over the course of 90 days, I'll be teaching you the techniques that made me the artist that I am. And with cognitive drawing, learning is as easy as sketch, test, and results. Pick up your copy and let's get started. And pick up the second edition of the mail book as well, which has been completely remastered with more tips, tricks, tutorials, and techniques.